Oh Lord. All right. Y'all brace yourselves. I will explain how I re-entered the thought of having this brother on the show because he's a friend. I haven't talked to him in a long time, and the honest to God, among many reasons. First of all, comedian, actor, um, satirist, activist, uh, a very on point brother who is a fan of the Arsenal. I mean, that's important. Thank you. Um, I saw this video, had to have been 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, right around the time that Donald Trump started really tripping and tried to cancel Jimmy Kimmel, tried to cancel Stephen Colbert, and Munk goes on. He's like, "Hey, look, if you ever, don't you dare say anything bad about dear leader." And I thought that was the exact moment when this all started to kind of just melt down because now people are like, "I'm not scared of him." And I think it took one person to just be like, "I'm not scared of that dude," but so this is it. This is what he's doing, and I ain't afraid to say it. And subsequently, he has come out with a series of these wonderful car videos that are on Instagram that are as on point as anything. He is a great dude. I can only imagine his little son, is now driving a car or flying a plane or something. Ladies and gentlemen, Felonious Munk joins the show. What's going on, man?
What's good brother? It's been too long. So let's before we go any further, let me just say, man, I miss your energy. Is I'm glad you reached out. I told you off air that I was gonna come check in soon anyway. But
Yeah.
it's funny because I didn't even know that was the video. But it's been on my spirit for a while because they keep acting like this guy is a bully, and I'm like, son, I never been. Maybe I never been scared.
Not of
And
nobody
so for
like
me,
that.
my brain can't process it, but
Yeah.
you're scared of a 70 and 79-year-old with baby hands. Like, just relax, son. Let's relax. Let's
I,
all
I, I,
take a step back and think about what we're saying.
I saw that video, man, because it was like the world was like, I can't believe he's coming after Jimmy Kimmel for literally saying he was sorry that dude got capped. And his sorry for his family, and that's what they got him on. And it's like, okay, wait a minute now. If I say something like, "Man, I hope his cankles don't, allow him to trip over himself, and he just keep going sliding down a hill," you gonna get me?
Right.
And I just thought that was an on point and on time message. What and this isn't about comedy or your acting career or anything like that, but what is it that when people like you, people who make observations for a living, we're watching what is effectively a pyramid scheme at the highest level of a pyramid scheme, right? And this dude he's a bad carnival barker. He's not just a bad used car salesman. He's like the worst used car salesman. Why does he resonate with a part of the American population? Why?
I think there are two groups that he resonates with, and I don't think he resonates exactly with one of them. I think the wealthy people, he resonates with them because they see a use for his power. They see a use for his charisma. They see a use for his charm. Chicagoans and Illinois people recognize Blagojevich as being like super charming and attracting people and people really liking him. And there were other people who were miserable because they felt like he owed them something, right?
Mm-hmm.
The difference with Blagojevich is he didn't believe that he could be checked or reined in. So he only did what he wanted to do. Trump knows who he is. He knows that he's really not that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he understands that his followers, he said this on his first run for president, that he could walk out in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot someone and he wouldn't lose any followers. The reason that meant something to him is because his entire life has been about gathering followers.
Right. Uh-oh. Oh, no, we lost Munk. We may have lost Munk. Oh, I think we lost him. I should just leave this frozen screen up here.
Social relationships, and poor racist people love what he's saying. He is their avatar in the real world. So he has followers, because they're poor, and the rich people who use him know that they can use those poor people as buffers between him, them, and anybody else with common sense. So all of the other rich people who are like, hey man, buddy is stupid, they get turned on by all of them. Well, look at all of these guys, they're all commies.
Right.
You're all, and the reality is, dude got like 12 more burgers left before it's a wrap for him too. So let's keep it a buck. If you really in the White House and you want to do us a service, give Buddy a couple more of them Big Macs a day. Let's make this thing happen.
As it probably will before you know it. We're talking with Felonious Munk, one of them dudes, man. And I don't have you on this show enough. We can step away from this for a second because listening to this show are several people who really do support Arsenal and who dig EPL and just football in general. I want to talk about that for a second. This is a different kind of side that we're seeing on the pitch now. This is years ago. You and I used to have this conversation. Years ago, you and I used to have these conversations about Arsenal and how it was like the race
And
for
the
fourth.
back line.
Yeah, and that back line. And now they took care of almost all of it.
Not just took care of it. We went from Arsene Wenger's free-flowing attack, but be open to counters to our back line is so good that people have confused what Arteta is doing with being a defensive-minded coach.
And that's far from it, I believe.
That's not what's happening.
No.
That's still not what's happening.
No.
If people are ignoring that, yeah, we're first in goals allowed, but we're also second or third in goals scored. It's not like we're out there, you only score from penalties. Buddy, there have been seasons where James Harden led the league in scoring, and the majority of his points came from the free throw line.
Yes, sir.
And we say, that's great basketball.
Right.
But somehow when Arsenal attacks and gets fouls and balls that go behind behind the pit, us getting corners means that we're attacking.
Oh, and they live.
Us having these opportunities means we're attacking. We're in the box, and this is happening, and they're having to defend shots. And because we know we're going to be in that opportunity a lot, we've done what we needed to do. You telling me every time I go, you're going to give me the chance to steal, and I'm not going to learn how to steal better? I'm going to be the best. Oh, my gosh. Don't let me get to the self-checkout.
You understand? You understand what it is? Give me this, and I'll take this too.
It's crazy how these steaks are now grapes. That's what we're doing. We turn your steaks into grapes, and you mad. Learn how to defend a set piece. That's not my fault.
That's right.
Set pieces are part of the game. You can defend them. You, for some reason, can't figure out how to stop Gabby from moving around to the far post and either scoring or heading the ball back. That's not our fault. And we're not going to stop doing it because you can't stop him.
And I'm also going to say this too. William Saliba, I hope he takes his boots off and sits them in the middle of the pitch, and that's how he leaves. He and Gabriel, those two dudes, I've never seen that on Arsenal before. That's it.
Two center backs?
Yes, man.
We got two center backs right now that could play for every other team
in the world.
The only other player that I even have the conversation about is Van Dijk, and Van Dijk has slipped just enough that both of our guys are still competition for him. But we got the best two center backs and absolutely the best center back combination in not just the Premier League, in European football.
In the world. I think in the entire world. So I say this to you as an Arsenal supporter, as I am, and as I know my man Jamie Trecker, who's listening, and a bunch of other folks who follow the sport. They doing it this time?
Yes.
They get the silverware.
Yes.
Are they getting Champions League too?
So here, I'm going to say something that's crazy. I think Arsenal has a better chance at Champions League.
I do too.
Than the league, but I think they pull off the double this year.
Wow.
I think they pull off the double. Here's why. Liverpool is not Liverpool right now.
No.
Man City has, to me, De Bruyne was the reason. Yes, Erling Haaland can score from wherever. He scores a billion goals. But without De Bruyne, sometimes if you can control the midfield, you can slow Man City down. And that was never true over the last decade.
No.
You can slow them down just enough now. That's why they're 4 points behind us.
Yep.
Keep in mind, we didn't start off this season great. We lost to Liverpool early.
Yeah, I remember. Oh, believe me.
So we lost to Liverpool early, and my brain was like, all right, here we go again. Second, third, whatever.
Yeah.
And I accepted it. And then I watched us decide nobody else could score.
Yep. Thank
8
you.
straight
Thank
matches.
you.
Nobody, not just couldn't score. And I want this to be, this is the clear thing. This isn't about David Rea, but also it is about him.
Mm-hmm.
But think about how many matches we went in a row where teams weren't even getting a shot
On the
on
box.
goal.
Man.
That's
That's
not just the back
crazy.
line.
Right.
That is the entire
That's the whole
mentality.
team.
That is for what you want to talk about. Gyökeres not scoring enough goals. You want to talk. Gyökeres back pedals and gets back into play. He's involved on the defensive end. Saka involved on the defensive end. Trossard gets heavily involved in it. He's a bully.
Yeah, he is.
My midfielders, you can play Miles Lewis-Skelly anywhere from the 10 on back if you want to. Not the 10, maybe going too far. But he's a midfielder who's strong enough. He's a bully on the back line.
Yeah, he
you
is.
got Calafiori who's playing the pitch.
Preach
I don't even know what
Munk.
position
Preach it. Bring it home, son. The Arsenal's about to do it.
Arsenal's about to do it. I want you to think about this. Player for player, there's no team that has 4 players at any position better than 4 players on Arsenal. I'm saying Saka, the only right winger that's better than Saka in the league is probably Mo Salah.
Yep. I won't disagree with you on that. And that's saying a lot because Bukayo Saka that dude is the truth. And he's so young.
Mo Salah is still Mo Salah, but let's keep it real. Mo Salah doesn't have the help. Our midfield, who's better than Declan Rice in the EPL?
I don't know.
Who's better at the defensive mid or the center mid?
I don't know.
Box to box.
Yeah.
Box to box.
I think everybody.
He's going to get in there. He's going to give you some screamers from outside the box. He's also going to get back and stop your counter.
2 things. I got to get you hooked up with the guys we have a show here on Lumpin' Radio called Lumpin' FC. It is one of the best shows on the radio anywhere, period. I got to make sure I get you hooked up with these cats so you can come on their show. So if they're listening, and they might be listening, I got you a guest. You owe me something. I don't know what. And the second thing, I just want to go back before we go away from this for a moment. There's a perception of that team. There's a perception of that sport in this country. It's changing. It's changing every day. People are more into there. You can see it more. It's more accessible. The Bundesliga, La Liga, Serie A, all of that stuff is way more accessible than it was even 11 years ago when you and I were talking about this in Hyde Park at the Promontory, when I was struggling to stay a fan of Arsenal because they had no desire to do anything better than 4th. Do you
at best?
At the best, it was 4th. What do you attribute that change to?
World Cup 2014, and Tim Howard playing out of his mind in a losing effort.
Okay.
We saw Tim Howard do some very underdog stuff. In America, as much as America likes to consider themselves winners, they also love an underdog story, right? And so you got this American team that's not supposed to win. They're not supposed to compete. They're not supposed to challenge. They're not supposed to make any noise playing against a much better team that's attacking the whole game. And Tim Howard is growing. He's 6'1", 6'2" to start the match. He's 6'4", 6'5" by halftime. By the end of that match, he was Wembanyama. He was stopping everything. And they lost by multiple goals.
Yeah, they did.
But Americans got to see it. And we got to experience the excitement in a way that I don't think we had before. And the coverage that year
pretty good.
Was really
pretty good. Pretty good.
And then right after that, we get all of these streamers. Because when it was just TV, there's a finite number of channels. But once these streamers really start hitting, now I can turn on Peacock and I get all of the Premier League games that they're not showing on USA or NBC.
Right.
Now I can turn on Paramount and I can get all of the Champions League coverage, right? And not just the coverage, but I get to watch Thierry Henry talk about football.
And he knows what he's talking about.
When Romo first started calling the games, people were, oh my God, how does he know the play before the play happens? Because he had the mind of a quarterback and he was doing play-by-play as a person who analyzes defenses.
Right.
So he's calling out what's happening. When you watch TT talk about football, he talks about it in a way that somebody who wasn't as good as him can't possibly do because he sees things no one else saw.
Yep.
You'll see this movement here. You'll see this movement, and right there when he runs in, that's where the cross should come. It didn't come, he didn't get it. If they fix that, boom. Second half, watch them do exactly what he just said. He scores, they come back after the match, and he goes,
Right, that's what I and then he does that thing, whatever that thing is.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Listen, the other thing was Americans, I think, had this. They don't score enough. They don't score enough. They don't score enough. And so once we were able to transition from, and this is indicative of who America is going to become. I think overall, this is like a bigger than soccer thing. But the conversation is about process. Football is about process. You watch teams constantly, the buildup. What do they call it before when you're trying to score? The buildup.
Mm-hmm.
The buildup is important. You get to watch people be really good with no result. Or sometimes you get 1 point, it's 1-0, but the match for 90 minutes, you were like this.
Yeah. In it.
And a team that's not good can park the bus and occasionally frustrate a team that's great. Or a team that's being beaten the whole time can get a counterattack. You get a center back that's out of position, a goalie that slips, or whatever. And a bum team can beat a good team on what? Not outplayed. They lost the game.
Yeah, man.
But won the match. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It becomes exciting for us because we like something you can't predict.
For
we
sure.
can predict like every season. Listen,
sure.
Arsenal has scored more points on the table over the last 3 seasons than any other Premier League team. They have won 0 titles.
That's right.
They have scored more points on the table consistently every year than any team and have not won. That's what makes football great. You got to do it day in, day out.
Yeah, you do. Every match means something. Against everybody.
And all 38 of them matter.
They all matter. It's just like with the NFL. Those games all matter because it's not a lot of them. And every one of those games matter. My 7-3 Bears are proving it. Those games matter.
Baseball.
Baseball plays
162 games.
Right.
Basketball, 82 games. Yeah, they matter, but you're not tuning in for 162 baseball games unless you're really a fan.
Well, me.
Arsenal might play Aston Villa and draw in November, and you don't think about it again until
let me tell you
June,
something.
where you go, man, they lost by 2 points.
I think about it. I hate them. I'm still
still
mad at Aston Villa.
That's why you think about
still
it.
Mad
because you remember the season that we lost by 2 points at the top of the table, and we drew with Villa.
Yeah, I remember.
It's so football is just one of those things. But first of all, you got to be committed because you got to get up at 6:30 some Saturday morning.
I'm there.
You know what I mean? You gotta find where they're playing. You gotta find which channel or find which streamer. You gotta look. But once you commit, once you lock in, man,
it's a beautiful sport. I want to ask you this before I cut you loose too. Donald Trump tried to sabotage the not Champions League, whatever trophy that was. I can't remember which tournament, but he this is mine, thank you, and he took it. The World Cup is a very interesting situation for him because if he's doing which I don't think November ends without some kind of catastrophic event with him. But if he gets to the World Cup, which I don't think he will, if he gets to the World Cup and this immigration issue is still an issue, is America going to lose some games to Canada and Mexico?
Yes. Well, so here's the thing. He's lucky that it's FIFA and not the Olympic Committee.
Yeah, for sure, because they'd be like, we're not coming.
You could throw FIFA a couple dollars under the table and they do whatever they want, whatever you want them to do.
Yeah,
but I do think that his war with blue cities in particular is going to hurt him and the game. This is stupid. Here's an opportunity for us to showcase the United States of America on a world stage to show that we're actually ready for football. Because like you said, over the last decade, 12 years or so, we've really become football fans. They're doing Premier League mornings in major cities. Chicago's had 2 of them. I got a jersey from the one from 2024 when they came. They were down in Millennial Park showing games. They didn't play the games here. People showed up at 6 o'clock in the morning to talk to the commentators who call the game.
Yes, they did.
We're there now. There are multiple, not just soccer bars in the city. There's an Arsenal specific bar in the city. There, you know what I mean? I can reach out to my group chat right now and be like, hey man, I'm gonna be in this city. Where's the best place to watch the match Saturday?
Yep.
And all of them know.
Yep.
So we've gotten to that point, and he's taking that moment to make it about himself. And that's going to not only hurt the United States on a global level, but it's gonna hurt soccer on a small. You know what I mean? Like soccer is a small thing, but we're finally getting into this place where the United States is not seeing itself as outside of the global community. It's seeing itself as a part of the global community, just in time for this dude to come and go full isolationist and take us right back out. I think it's a mistake, both in soccer terms and in terms of, global stability. It's a stupid move. But every move he's made has been really
careful,
unbelievably stupid, if we're being honest.
And I don't. Honest.
But again, remember, I'm not saying this about Donald Trump. I'm just reporting what somebody else has
told me. That's right.
I would never.
Oh no, not on this program.
Say that he sits on a pamper, or that his hands are tiny, or that his tie is too long, or that spot on his hand shows that he's not going to make it, or he doesn't know an IQ test from a cognitive ability test because he's starting to lose. I would never say any of that on your show because I don't want us to get in trouble.
I appreciate that.
Saying something bad about that dude. Yeah. Let's not do that.
Like I would never say that he sat on a black towel on Fox because they were afraid he was going to soil their furniture. I would never say that.
No, they knew he was because his pants was already wet. I know what time it is. He a pee-pee boy. I know a pee-pee boy when I see a pee-pee boy.
Felonious Munk, ladies and gentlemen. What's up with you? I know you do acting and you're in movies and all the kinds of stuff. What you got coming?
Yeah, I got some stuff. I mean, in Chicago. I filmed my special over the summer. They're editing it now. I'll let everybody know when it comes out. But follow me for that. I got a movie role playing a driver in my boy's indie film that he just got $100,000 in GoFundMe money to make his own movie. It's gonna be dope. His kid's named Niles Abston. Please check him out. The kid's brilliant. He's gonna be our Ryan Coogler of the next generation. The kid is fantastic, and he wrote a role and put me in it. They can always see me on repeats of what's the South Side or For Life or I do everything. So if y'all looking for me, just look up Felonious Munk. I'm outside. And if you see me out in Hyde Park, I know Rio.
But that doesn't mean anything. And you can catch him on Instagram, by the way. It's Felonious_Munk, M-U-N-K. How is the kid, and how old is he now?
The boy's 9.
Holy
He's fantastic. He's actually home from school today. He's got a little under the weather, but listen, good student, A's and B's.
He's 9, Munk.
Yeah, man, 9 years old. The boy's tall. Short hair, smart, funny.
He let go of the big fro?
He let go of it. He just this year, just 3 months ago.
Really?
He had hair down to his butt at one point.
I can imagine.
He finally let me cut the sides, and now he's got a low taper fade. That's what he asked for. Can I get a low taper fade?
Oh wow, my man. He's getting to Dave Chappelle soon. He's gonna be rolling.
He outside.
Son,
I'm telling you, I've never met a funnier 9-year-old.
Oh my God, I can only imagine. Look, man, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being on the show today. Thank you for being you. And drop down on me, brother, in HP. You know I'm around.
I definitely know I'm telling you, I know. I'm not going to call you that thing.
You see, Felonious Munk, everybody. Thanks for being on the show, man. I will holler at you soon. Love, yes, sir. Peace. Thank you. Felonious Munk, y'all. That's that man. That's that man. And if you are being honest with yourself, you know he's not lying about none of it. I dig that dude. When we come back,